We came so far from dreams. The path was hard for me. They thought we fall, you see. Well, look at us now, look at us now. We make it hot when we on the scene. Yeah, that's 1,000 degrees. I got a grind for me and my team. Yeah, you know we gon' eat. You see the crowds when we come around. You know that I roll with some kings. We sit it down, I don't hear a sound, but I ask you who better than we. Tell me who better than we. We soaring to places you never could reach. When we walk in that spot, don't hear none of you speak. Shh, do you want peace or the peace? A king about to put you to sleep. Listen, my team is elite. You not even qualified to compete. He starving, he barely can eat. I guess that's why he always itching for beef. So I put him on ice and I told him to chill. Close your mouth if you can't pay for the meal. Making statements that you know you don't mean. Nice guy trying to act like he mean. Keep it a buck, keep it a bean. Attitudes will put you dudes in the beam. Izuku, he don't live in reality. Shake back, all become a fatality. Yeah, how you gon' hate when you mirror us? He think he a star, he ain't serious. X him out, we not on the same frequency. If you broke, you ain't hearing us. Work the screw, anime, that's how I feel, period. We winning, that's making them furious. We make it high when we on the scene, yeah, that's 1,000 degrees. I got a grind for me and my team, yeah, you know we gon' eat. You see the crowds when we come around, you know that I roll with some kings. We sit it down, I don't hear a sound, but I ask you who better than we.
Yo, what it do, guys? It is your boy, Leon Mookie here, back to you with another new part of What If Izuku Was Isekai to Black Clover. This is part 16. And in the last part, we finish up that of the original arc that I did with that of, well, Izuku training with that of Yami and Mereoleona to get a better handle of all of his other grimoires as well, as the training was literal hell incarnate. But it also gained that of more respect from that of, well, Julius, and even gained that of the heart of Mereoleona. The main plot of Black Clover, with that of the Eye of the Midnight Sun, stealing the magic away from children from the same village that Asta was at, still happened before, as they fought against Sally, and that of the Eye of the Midnight Sun's three strongest members, alongside their leader Licht as well. As just before, Yami shows up alongside that of the captains to take him on, but also add that of Luck and, well, Magna as well. And the fight was a lot more easier, and Yami didn't take as much damage as before, with Asta dealing the final blow against their member, using his Demon Slayer sword and the power of Ki as well, with now both Asta and Izuku heading to the capital for the captain's meeting. So, with all that said, let's get into this, shall we, guys? Currently at the Clover Kingdom capital, the Noble Realm, at the Magic Knight HQ, in front of that of the large, well, palace-like castle, military ground, is that of Asta, Izuku, and Yami. And in front of them is the blue-haired attendant of the Wizard King Julius, Marx. Within Marx saying, well, here we are. Captain, the meeting with that of the other captains should be beginning in a couple of minutes or so. As for you two, Asta, Izuku, Midoriya, would the two of you please follow me? Within, Yami can up say, sure, thanks, Mushroom Head. Within saying, of course, please, Captain, please don't give me such demeaning names. It's unnecessary for my station. Within saying, sure, I'll remember it, Mushroom Head. Within soon, Marx can help but sigh in that of disappointment and annoyance, saying, I know he does this just to mess with me, but still. With Izuku, it couldn't help but scratch the back of his head before bowing his head as well, saying, please, I apologize on behalf of our captain. He's, well, our Captain Tsukihiro, of course, so saying, no need. I think everybody's gotten used to Yami's actions after all. Within us saying, wait, so we're not going to the meeting? But I thought, saying, Wizard King Julius has something important for the both of you to do. Until that time, please follow me. With that, both Asta and Izuku follow after the blue-haired wizard as they continue heading downstairs, as it looks like they're heading to that of an underground location. Within, Mark saying, I must say, Asta, I'm quite impressed. To think that the Wizard King Julius would give that of the Black Bulls 10 stars because of you. With then Asta saying, wow, we got 10 stars because of what I did just only that of a day ago? With then soon Izuku saying, you're surprised? I mean, it's not too surprising, Asta. You, Ghosh, took on that of the Eye of the Midnight Sun all by yourself before backup could arrive. If anything, we gotta thank Magna for informing us about what happened, and then informing HQ too. So to be honest, you were amazing. With then, Asta couldn't help but scratch the back of his head saying, ah, shucks, thanks. With then saying, I'm just ashamed that I couldn't be there to help out. If I wasn't so exhausted or in pain, I would have. With then soon, Asta saying, don't say that. You wouldn't have been a burden or anything, but we didn't want you to basically push yourself. Especially hearing it from the captain too. I was kind of worried that you didn't show up because knowing you would have anyway. Hearing that the captain that you were resting up from a long, grueling training session kind of makes sense. I wouldn't want you to push yourself, Izuku. But then, Izuku couldn't help but smile, but then that smile went back down to a frown saying, but still. Within, Mark saying, I agree with that of Asta. The training you went through was a personal request from that of Wizard King Julius himself. It makes sense that you couldn't be able to, decline from it. And I have to apologize on behalf of His Majesty as well, to not only ask your captain to train you, but also Mayor Leona as well. I call a bit overboard if I say so. Which almost would put you out of commission during a crucial moment. But of course, Wizard King Julius was to apologize for such things as well, saying, he doesn't need to. I'm just glad that I can live up to his expectations of me. With then, Izuku couldn't help but smile before then us saying, oh yeah, before I forget, I totally forgot to ask, where are we going down here? With then, Izuku wondering, yeah, actually, we're going down pretty down far. Is this some kind of dungeon or saying, correct, Izuku, this is an underground secret prison. Not a lot of Magic Knights know about this place. We keep such duplicitable criminals, or VIPs as we call them, down here. With Izuku saying VIPs, which is short for very important people, but criminals within thinking back at Tartarus, thinking about All for One, and also those from that of the Chiya Saikai, and even Stain, before soon coming to the realization saying, wait, are you saying that the Eye of the Midnight Sun's members we captured during that of the attack on the Capitol when the Magic Knight ranking ceremony began, they've been down here all this time? With then soon Asta saying, wait, seriously? Within Izuku commenting saying, I've always been curious on where they went, to be honest. I was unable to capture the ones that me and Captain Flangolion and Noel were facing against. But yet, I hear that Yuna was able to capture at least one, alongside that Wizard King Julius was able to capture at least 2 more when he saved me. Thinking about his capture back then, making him feel even more weaker than before. With then Asta noticing saying, hey, don't look so down, Izuku. You did your best. And honestly, like they said, they were here for Captain Frangolion. You saved the guy. You should be great that you did that. Saying, yeah, but still. With Mark's commenting saying, honestly, you did more good than basically not. Because of your actions, we are now getting closer and closer to understanding what the Eye of the Midnight Sun are planning to do. Especially given what happened about that of yesterday as well. With then, Izuku couldn't help but smile before saying, so, did we gain any information from them by any chance? With then, Marks couldn't help but shake his head at Izuku's question before saying, unfortunately, no. They're protected by a strong form of memory magic that's blocking each and every attempt that we do to decipher their memories. That's why the 2 of you are here, actually. With then, too, both Izuku and Asta are confused, especially Izuku, as he can understand the reason why Asta's here due to his anti-magic swords. With then, Marks continues saying, Asta, It's come to that of Wizard King Julius's, well, mind that you are able to use that of anti-magic swords. We found this out during that of the Magic Knight, well, selection exam. The reports from during your first mission at the village of Circe, and also during that of the battle at with the Midnight Suns just yesterday as well. The Wizard King Julius believes that those swords will be able to break through that magic that's unallowing us to gain the memories. Hearing this, Izuku and Asta couldn't help but be completely shocked. But then soon Marks continued saying, every time we get closer and closer defeating them, they always have information and basically able to counteract each and every one of our attacks onto them. It's almost like they have somebody in the inside of the Magic Knights. Somebody very high rank within the order. Most definitely a captain. Within hearing that, both Asta and Izuku couldn't help but be shocked. Well, mainly Asta. For Izuku, on the other hand, he's not entirely shocked, as he remembers what happened before he even came to this world after all. During the raid at Gunga Mountain and at Jaku Hospital as well, finding out that there are tons of pro heroes working with that of the Meta Liberation Army. The same people that put so many innocent lives in danger. Same people that spoke of trying to build a revolution on allowing anyone to do what they please, using their quirks, free to basically use them however they see fit, but not even caring if it hurts innocent people in the process. Worst part, them being led by Shigaraki, of all people. As Izuku comes to this realization, he begins to think, what about back home? Back at what happened? What I saw. Within, looking back at being in the Vestige world, with Shigaraki trying to steal One for All, and however, Shigaraki holding back All for One, trying to steal his body, until that of Yurichiro and Nana trying to prevent them from them stealing One for All. But when he looked at Shigaraki, he looked at him needing help, but not at Shigaraki precisely, but at Tenko Shimura, the same little kid, all alone, crying by himself. And even though he can't forgive Tomura Shigaraki, he still wants to save Tenko Shimura. Within the vestiges, hearing that of Izuku's inner thoughts. Within All Might's vestige, the one within One for All couldn't help but cry, seeing how determined Izuku is willing to save the grandson of his master, and not just him, but also Nana as well. Within, Kudo couldn't help but speak up, saying, the boy is naive, truly naive. Within, too, Yoichi couldn't help but smirk and close his eyes as well, saying, maybe so. However, last time I checked, a certain other person felt naive too, and ended up saving his most hated enemy's younger brother. If it wasn't for that certain action, One for All wouldn't have even be what it is today. Within, Bruce couldn't help but say, he's got you there, Captain. But still, I don't fully agree with Midoriya's insight wanting to save Shigaraki. Tenko Shimura, too, as well. Who knows that even if the boy is even still in there. Especially given how long have we been in this world as well. With N speaking as well, saying, I agree. Who knows how long time has passed since what happened back during that war, that little war of ours. It's probably been a day, maybe weeks, a month, possibly even years. Who could say? But then Shinomori speaking, saying too, we don't know that for sure, actually. All we can do is support Ninth and his endeavor trying not just to get back into our world, but also to become Wizard King. The more information and more knowledge he has, the more chances he can gain to go back to our world. As the vestiges continue to have their conversation, both Izuku, Asa, and Marks finally arrive in front of that of a metal door, with then Marks saying, we are here. with then saying, yes, sir. As Asta goes first, saying, hello, I'm here. With then entering in that of the prison, with the two members of the Midnight Sun captured, and standing in front of them, being that of Julius. With then speaking in a cheerful tone, saying, hi there, Asta, Izuku. Welcome. With both Izuku and Asta basically standing in place, and with Asta having stars in his eyes, still seeing that of Julius in person, with then soon Izuku looking somewhat nervous, but still somewhat still understandable. With then Asta saying, it's a pleasure to meet you, Wizard King Julius. It's truly an honor. With Izuku saying, good to see you again, Your Majesty. I hope I could help in this situation, whatever I can. With then, soon, Julius couldn't help but laugh, then looking at the two saying, come now, the two of you, loosen up a bit. I understand that you seem pretty stressed out. Sorry to call you here, Asta. I know that you're still pretty, exhausted from your last fight as well. Same also goes for you, Izuku, as well, given the training I had to put you through to see how well you can get used to your grimoires. Speaking of, when this is over, I would like your inputs on how well you've improved. With then Izuku saying, I promise, I will, sir. Also, not only that, Asta, besides fighting against that of the strongest mages of the Eye of the Midnight Sun, I have to ask you in person, what was their magic like? What were they capable of doing? You gotta tell me, was it awesome? Were they cool? As Julius goes into that of his magic nerd spiel mode, as he's clinging to that of, onto that of Asta's shoulders, within Asta feeling somewhat nervous, saying, you see, within him internally thinking, oh my god, he reminds me a lot of Izuku when he asked a lot of questions about magic too, but a little bit more intense. As Asta soon explained as what he could remember back then, as one of them being real, having that of copy magic, the guy Vento having that of beast magic, and the girl named Fauna having that of spirit flame magic. Within hearing this, Izuku couldn't help but be completely curious, saying, copy, beast, and spirit fire magic? Honestly, copy magic I kind of expected. Beast magic, that's something new. And spirit flame magic, is it similar to that of Captain Flamegonion's flame creation magic, by any chance? With then, soon, hearing that, Julius couldn't help but still have the stars in his eyes, as he was soon about to explain to that of Izuku. Before then, Bark's basically stepping in front of the two teenagers and that of his superior, with it saying, sir, please, calm yourself. You're basically making the boys uncomfortable. With then, Julius realizing what is intended, saying, oh, right, sorry about that. With then, soon, Julius getting back into serious mode. Before then saying, right, you do know, the reason you're here, Asta, use your anti-magic swords to cancel the magic. You understand? Saying, yes, sir, as he soon pulls out the Demon Slayer sword, saying, leave it to me! Within, Izuku saying, now that I think about it, so why am I here too? With then soon, Julius saying, actually, the reason I asked you to be here is because there might be something that you need to do with that of your storage magic. Within saying, my storage magic? Within saying, you haven't studied anything with it? Saying, well, I do know I'm able to store many objects within it. It does have certain limits. However, I did also learn that I can even store certain attacks within that of the magic as well. I asked Noelle if she could fire some attacks at me, trying to test it out. But doing so, it can be sent right back at them, given that it's a lethal attack that could destroy my inventory within soon. Izuku going into that of his muttering storm, as Asta is completely and utterly, looking completely dumbfounded. Marx is actually utterly somewhat annoyed, saying, here we go again, as Julius, having stars in his eyes, as he's able to understand what Izuku is saying entirely, as he soon finally comes to the realization, saying, wait, are you saying There could be that of a trap, just in case the magic is removed. There could be a curse affecting them, and it could affect us within. Hearing that, Izuku saying, I get it now. Understood. With then soon, as Asta getting closer and closer to that of the two members of the Eye of the Midnight Sun, within the woman that Yuno captured alongside that of Charmy, and one of the two members that Julius was able to capture as well. With then soon, both of them were wondering who this boy is, especially the old hag. However, the one that Julius captured saying, I know him. He's the boy that has anti-magic. He's one of the anomalies, just like that of the boy with the multiple grimoires. Within saying, wait, what? You can't be serious. As Asta having that of a devious grin on his face, with the stars still shining in his eyes, as the old woman basically screams, don't come near me! Before just tapping them on that with that of the cross guard on their foreheads. Before then, a black smoky haze begins to go out of their heads. Before then, they lunges straight for Asta. As then, soon, Izuku, using that of 10% of full cow, before using his grimoire saying, storage magic, storage bound seal. As the grimoire basically opens up, within soon, a black hole soon materializes out of it. Before then, the memory blocking magic that was in that of the two members were sucked into that of the vortex. Before the vortex goes back inside of Izuku's grimoire. Within soon, going through that of the pages before ripping out one of the pages and balling it to the ground. Within soon, taking a deep sigh saying, oh boy. Within soon, Asta saying, wait, what are you doing? Izuku saying, that's one of the cost of basically absorbing and basically sealing away a magic. It cost me one of my pages, which cost me at least to lose a lot of space in my storage magic grimoire. Is that what you learned during your sparring? Saying, yeah, I've learned that a few times when sparring with that of Miss Noelle and Luck. I tried to see if there was any offensive or defensive capabilities my storage magic can do besides just storing things inside of it. This is one of its two capabilities. I can reflect/seal anything inside of my grimoire, or depend on the magic of the spell of that of the caster itself. It could basically break out of it. So as soon as I seal it, I had to rip out the page and prevent it from basically breaking out of the grimoire again. Like I said, it cost me some storage space, but it's worth it. So that was within Julius saying a powerful memory spell. If it was capable enough to basically cost Izuku that of a storage space, and that means we're not dealing with people not to mess with. Within soon, looking at that of his attendant, Marks saying, Marks, understood, sir. Within saying, memory exchange magic, memory absolute. As then, blue-like, dome-like objects begin to float over them. Before then, branches of light orbs began to branch out from one orb to another. As then, you could see that of visions, of people, of places, of locations, as these are the prisoner's memories. With Izuku saying, wow, memory exchange magic. Is this some kind of rare type of magic? With then, soon, Asta saying, yeah, this is awesome. Within, Julius also having that of stars in his eyes saying, it's truly amazing, isn't it? It's one of the reasons why I asked Marks to be my assistant. Isn't it cool, you two? With Asta basically looking like that of an excited child, with even Izuku actually looking somewhat excited too, with a big dopey grin on his face. Within, Mark's getting annoyed a little bit, saying, would the three of you please be quiet? I need to focus. Within, both Asta and Julius feeling dejected, saying, okay. With Izuku saying, sorry, Mr. Mark, sir. Within, mentally, Mark saying, at least one of you has a little bit of respect for me. Within, going through that of the memories of the Midnight Sun members, as with this magic spell, they can't hide anything from them. as they will only be able to express and say the truth no matter what. Higher up in the HQ lies that of a meeting room, having that of all of the members, all of the captains of the Magic Knight squads of the Clover Kingdom. From the captain of the Purple Orgas, a pretty hefty man with that of a purple mask, with that of comb over slick back hair, Gelder Prose, as he and the captain of the Green Mantises, a shirtless man with that of messy long black hair, that of an eternal smile on his face, being Jack or Jack the Ripper, as the two are basically ripping into one another, with Gelder basically making fun of the fact that Jack, Yami, Charlotte, and Flangoleon basically let that of the Eye of the Midnight Sun's strongest members go, with even Jack basically saying that they were pretty damn strong, not even stronger than so-called pansies that the Purple Orgus face against, being from the Diamond and Spade Kingdom after all. With then even Yami basically chipping in, saying that they were pretty damn tough, given the fact that they broke his old katana and he had to basically get a new one, possibly putting the guy more in debt. Luckily, Izuku didn't hear that, because if he did, he would most likely freak out, finding out that his captain and maybe his entire squad probably are going to be in debt sooner than later. With then Yami basically agreeing with that at the captain of the Purple Orgus, before Jack basically getting annoyed, even with still that of the same smile as always, telling that he doesn't want to listen to somebody like Yami, whose entire squad doesn't even have a single star, until Yami made the comment that they do have stars. Well, black ones, but still, in Yami's case, a star is a star. Even then, Nozels came into the conversation, basically telling them to shut up, because in his eyes, foreigners and commoners have no reason to speak in front of that royalty. Before Yami could speak up, Flangoleon soon came up saying, "You need to show our fellow captains a lot more respect, Nozel. They're both our fellow captains and also risk their lives to protect our fellow civilians as well." With then Nozel basically scoffing at the words of his rival, before he continues saying, "And I expect anything better than you, somebody who shouldn't have let those curs basically get away. I guess the Crimson Lion King's reputation is starting to fade." With then Flangoleon still having the stoic look on his face, however you could see a tick mark basically appearing, saying, "You want to say that again, Nozel?" Even that of Charlotte basically commenting, and that of the usual men are useless kind of spiel, even though in reality she's more worried the fact that she's sitting right next to her crush Yami. However, one of the captains hasn't really said a damn thing, as being Dorothy, captain of the Coral Peacocks, as she's wearing that of the captain's robe for the Peacocks, and that of a large fluffy pink hat as well, while you could basically see that of a sleep bubble coming out of her nose. Within the newest and latest captain of in that of the meeting, Rel, captain of that of the Aqua Deer, once originally known as the Gray Deer, the same Magic Knight squad that Julius used to be the captain of before becoming the Wizard King, as Rel is a young man with that of spiky whitish bluish hair, with that of a smile on his face, looking excited, saying, it's surprisingly to see all of us here in a while now. I wonder what the meeting is about. With then soon Flangoleon no longer narrowing his eyes at that of Nozel, before speaking up saying, "It has to do with that of the spies that we have captured since the last attack." Within soon everybody getting quiet, within saying, "If the Wizard King has already found a way to basically gain the information that we need to finally put an end to these accursed terrorists of the Eye of the Midnight Sun. It's about time we take this seriously instead of acting like that of children. Don't we all agree?" With then soon hearing this, as everybody's now quiet down, within Yami couldn't help but basically sigh, saying, "You're right, Flame Brain. You should take this a lot more seriously, especially given that my subordinates are supposed to be a part of this." With then soon hearing that, Jack couldn't help but basically smile, saying, "Your subordinates? What the hell does your subordinates have to do with anything? With Yami still cleaning that of his new sword, with then soon chipping that of the edges, with then saying, oh, it's the ones with that of the anti-magic swords and the one with the multiple grimoires. Well then, hearing this, a few of them, mainly that of Nozel and Flangolion, couldn't help but perk up, especially hearing that of Izuku. But then Flangolion saying, I see. So, Sir Julius has called on that of young Izuku once again. And that boy with that of the anti-magic swords that you talked about as well. With then, soon, Nozel couldn't help but, well, have that of a narrow look saying, that child. Remembering back at the banquet of that of the Magic Knight ranking ceremony. How Izuku basically took out both his siblings who were royals without even batting an eye. Not only that, even stood his ground against somebody like Nozel. However, the number one thing that gets him off guard is the fact how much he's willing to defend Noel no matter what, it seems. With then Nozel scoffing saying, I wonder what the Wizard King would need for such commoners after all. But then Real actually getting somewhat excited saying, wow, some people that the Wizard King has taken a liking to? This is interesting. With then soon the doors open up as then it being Vengeance, the last captain of the meeting, saying, sorry I'm late, had some last minute plans to finish. With then seeing his former, well, Magic Knight comrade, Yami couldn't help but say, yo, Maskhead, you finally showed up. You're normally the more punctual one here. Within, not fazed by that of Yami's jokes, as he's kind of used to it all their time as being part of the same Magic Knight squad. Within saying, remember Yami, I'm also human just like you. I'm not truly perfect. With then soon, the Purple Orca captain couldn't help but basically have that of a somewhat annoyed but also carefree smile on his face. Within saying, well, I would expect nothing less from that of the captain with that of the most stars for his squad, especially given this year. Not to mention, even after that of several few years, the Golden Dawn and its members have reached levels beyond that of a normal Magic Knight. So it got me curious, what kind of special type of magic have you been doing to help your squad improve? Got anything that allows you to see into the future to help them improve? Within, soon Vengeance still having the same carefree smile as always, saying, I have done no sorts of thing. All I've been doing is giving the encouragement and the belief of each and every one of my members, after all. Their diligence is due to their hard work, not mine alone. I am also curious about you, Grail, on how the great tycoon such as yourself is able to amass such a great fortune such as you have for the Purple Orcas. Care to elaborate? Within, Grail couldn't help but basically scoff before saying, it's a trade secret. With Yami actually couldn't help but basically make a comment at the Purple Orca captain, basically telling him that his laugh is kind of creepy, with even Gil getting annoyed at that. Before then, Silva actually making a comment at that of Vengeance, saying, now that this comes to mind, and since you're here, Vengeance, may I ask what kind of business did you have during that of the distinguished ceremony for the ranking of your Magic Knight squad? All captains have to be there to see that of their subordinates gain that ranking after all. However, you weren't there. But then soon, picking up on that of his rival's lead, Flangolion couldn't help but speak up saying, now that I mention it, it's understandable if you were busy. You could have even sent that of your vice captain to take up the slack being there as well. Especially given how skilled of a spatial mage he is, he would have been able to reach there in no time. Yet, neither one of you were there. Then you could feel the tension in the air. Before then, soon, Yami actually dispelling it without even realizing he was doing it, saying, I wasn't there either. And Midoriya was there, but he wasn't in the ceremony, even though he was supposed to be. With then, soon, everybody basically calming down. Before then, soon, Rail can up and say, wait, what? You're telling me that one of your subordinates actually ranked up Well, then, Yami saying, actually, I completely, totally forgot about it after all. The reason I didn't tell the kid and mainly just told him to do his report. I'm pretty sure that you all have been noticing that of a green lightning blur basically going around that of the Clover Kingdom and from that of the, well, Forgotten Realm, the Modern Realm, and the Noble Realm after all. Basically just doing helping out many people across the Clover Kingdom. That's that kid after all. Then, many of them couldn't help but be shocked and surprised, well, except that of Flangolion. Within Flangolion saying, that makes quite a bit of sense. This is Midoriya we're speaking of course. The same boy that says he plans on becoming Wizard King. Within, soon, Nozel saying, preposterous. How can a foreigner become a Wizard King? With Jack even saying, agreed. Just because King Julius is taking an interest in him doesn't mean he's going to become Wizard King so easily. Within, you could actually feel the tension in the air. With then soon, Rail saying, oh crap, normally Captain Flangolion would already dispel the tension so much. With then soon thinking, oh, I know. With soon, Rail begins to try and mess with his hair, the front of his hair. With then soon saying, within Nozel noticing saying, the hell are you doing, boy? Within saying, I'm just, fiddling his hair even more saying, damn it, it's so hard. How do you get it like that? With then soon, not Yami couldn't help but laugh at that of Rail's attempt to try and have the same forward braid like that of Nozel, with even Yami basically patting that of the white light-haired kid on the head. Within, as even Flangolion basically internally laughing to himself as well with that of a smirk. Within, Nozel couldn't help but say, do you really want to die? Within, Rail getting a little bit nervous before then Yami saying, come on, fancy pants. It's not that bad. Stop giving the kid a bad time. Same also goes for Goldie too, for Mask Goldie as well. Same goes for you, Flame Brain, saying, just making conversation, that's all. And I was just a little bit curious. I wasn't expecting him or anything like that. My apologies, Vengeance. Within, soon, Captain Vengeance saying, no, I take no offense. You are entitled to your opinion and your speculations. I will not lie, I should have at least sent my vice captain to take care of the distinguished ceremony, at least to be there. I will take responsibility for that. Within, soon, Yami speak up saying, oh yeah, Vengeance, I know your magic is basically that of your tree magic, Yggdrasil magic, Yami. Saying, yeah, that. But I gotta ask, if you could you have a second grimoire by any chance? Just like that of one of my subordinates? And would that second grimoire by any chance be use light magic? Just saying. With then soon speculating that of his captain, with then saying, are you implying that I may have that of the use of light magic if I had a second grimoire? Saying, just saying, you got a lot of well, magic and mana after all. Wouldn't be too far off for somebody like you to have that of a secondary grimoire, right? With then soon hearing this, as their tension begins to rise even more. Within feeling the tension, Flangolion couldn't help but sigh, saying, Yami, that's enough. We need to stop speculating Captain Vengeance, after all of us. If he had the ability, if he may be a noble, and if he had the ability to have so much mana and magical pressure alone, have that of a second grimoire, then even us royals would be able to do so, such as that of Nozel's younger sibling, who may not have full control of her magic, but her power alone basically proves it. Being mention of that of his younger sibling, Nozel couldn't help but get annoyed at that of his rival once more. Before Nozel getting annoyed saying, if that's the case, then maybe your older sister would also be able to use a second grimoire too. Within, Flangolion getting annoyed too, saying, why don't you keep her name out of your mouth, Nozel, if you know what's good for you? As he says this calmly, even though he's basically and utterly pissed by just mentioning that of his annoying older sister. As you can basically see that of a lion, basically trying to look down on that of an eagle. The tension basically just ramped up tenfold. Within, Rail saying, oh crap, I didn't mean this is getting even worse. As this time he tries to, try to mimic that of Yami, with even try to have his voice deepen and everything. Before Yami getting annoyed at that, as he points his katana at that of Rail's face, saying, "Alright kid, time to knock it off." As Rail freaking out, with then both Jack and Geld couldn't help but, snicker and laugh as, Rail's interpretation of Yami. Within Yami basically giving that of a threat towards Rail to basically never do that again, and even telling him to start acting like that of a true Magic Knight captain and stop acting like a child. With Rail basically freaking out saying, "You were just laughing with me a little while ago. Why are you threatening me now?" With then soon Yami also getting annoyed at that of Dorothy as well, who hasn't spoken or basically kept on sleeping entirely, with even telling her to basically knock it off or wake the hell up, with Dorothy basically speaking through her snores. However, nobody can understand her, which annoys Yami even more, as Yami basically couldn't help but get even more angry before yelling, "Seriously, and where the hell is Julius? He's the one that basically told us to have this meeting after all. Especially since he told my ass to bring my subordinates too. Did he totally forget about this meeting and basically go and geek out about their damn magic again?" With then soon everybody mentally thinking in the room couldn't help but all say, "That's definitely possible." Before then, a portal appears as it being from Marks, having that of his blue-haired, coconut head and, normal and young faces all and bland young faces always. Before saying, "Sorry to keep you all waiting here. All preparations are now finished. However, today's meeting will be taking place somewhere else." Before then, Yami with that of threatening red eyes and complete and total annoyance and anger saying, "Get your ass over here, mushroom head, or else." With Marks completely utterly freaked out saying, "Oh god, he's really angry." At least that of several minutes later, all of the Magic Knight captains are now arrived at that of the underground secret dungeon prison. With then soon Yami noticing both his subordinates, with then saying, "Oh, so this is where they stash you kids at. You doing alright?" With then Asta feeling a little bit nervous saying, "Yes, Captain." With Izuku couldn't help but look to the side saying, "Yeah, we're doing okay." With then soon Yami completely confused saying, "Does Asta need to take a dump, or does Midoriya basically looks really damn exhausted?" With and soon Izuku looking at that of both Flangoleon and Nozel before glancing his eyes at somewhere else or someone else. With then Flangoleon saying, "Izuku?" With then soon Nozel couldn't help but narrow his eyes at Izuku. With then Julius speak up saying, "Glad to see that you're all here. Thanks to the help of both Asta, Izuku, and Marks, we were able to gather the information that we needed." With then soon Charlotte speaking up saying, "The information you needed. So that's why those two members of the Eye of the Midnight Sun are here." With then Julius speaking up saying, "Exactly. And due to our little session here, we have now found out something. That one of you in this room is a traitor." With hearing this, everybody, even if they don't show it, is actually surprised and shocked. With then soon Flangoleon saying, "I see. So my suspicions were correct." With Nozel saying, "No surprise there." With then Jack cackling to himself saying, "So there really was a traitor all this time, and I knew it." With then Charlotte saying, "It has to be one of you deplorable men, of course." Before mentally saying, "Except Yami, definitely not." As Gold couldn't help but say, "Hey, whoever you are, you better speak up now." However, unaware to him, Izuku was basically glaring at that of the purple orca captain. But then Julius speaking up saying, getting back on track, as he basically explains the Eye of the Midnight Sun, as each and every one of the members, as he explains their organization, as they have over that of 50 members, led by a man by the name of Licht, and have that of 3 of the strongest members, even stronger than Licht himself, called the Third Eye, that being Raya, Vento, and Fauna as well. Their plan is to erase the Clover Kingdom and create their own city-state nation. The reason why they have been terrorizing the country, their homeland, is due to this hatred. After saying that, the two prisoners in that of a trance-like state saying that is correct. Then, soon Julius saying, then explain to us, tell us, who is the traitor in this room? Now, don't be shy. Say it all. With then soon, both of them saying, the Magic Knight captain working with the Eye of the Midnight Sun is Gelder Poizak, captain of the Purple Orcas. Within hearing that, everybody except a select few wasn't. Within, Gelder could up and say, hold on now, you can't believe the words out of these traitors. They're terrorists. They attacked the capital a few days ago. I have been loyal to the kingdom for years. You can't distrust my loyalty. With then soon, Charlotte saying, it's not too surprising after all. I mean, I've heard quite a bit of rumors about you. With then soon, Geld couldn't help but get annoyed before then soon. Nozell speaking saying, only a few, Charlotte? Please, I've heard plenty. Within, Rail speaking up saying, wait, really? Wait, how many rumors are there? Within soon, Flangolion speaking up saying, plenty, young Rail. Actually, quite many. Given all of the stuff that I hear about that of many Purple Orca members doing shady things. With even Dorothy basically snoring. However, the snore almost sounds like that of a confirmation that she understands as well. With even Yami saying plenty of rumors too. I've gone through a lot of shady stuff, but most of that shady stuff revolves around that of the Purple Orcas, given the people I put down. With then soon, Izuku remembers something during his time around that of the Clover Kingdom, when he's helping out those people during his days off, when he's not training or sparring or doing missions. A lot of people complain about that, not just about that of the Black Bulls, but also about that of one Magic Knight squad that basically extorts, manipulates, or basically abuses their position as knights, that being the Purple Orcas. And their captain is the worst of the worst, with the captains already confirming his, suspicions of him truly being a traitor, with Gale trying his best to convince him that he's not a traitor, that they're listening to manipulations of the Eye of the Midnight Sun members, with even Marks basically telling him that that's impossible, given his magic basically forces them to tell the truth no matter what, honestly and truthfully, every single time. With hearing that, Gale couldn't help but get even more and more nervous. With then soon, he couldn't help but say, but this is all a trap. This is all a lie. I've always been loyal to the Clover Kingdom, no matter what. My duty is to the people alone. With then each and every word that basically comes out of, I should say, the former Purple Orca captain, basically makes Izuku clenches his fist even more. But then Marks couldn't help but say, if that's the case, then you wouldn't mind you being under that of my memory magic. We can look through your memories and see for sure in the truth if you are telling the truth at all. If you don't doubt your loyalty to the Clover Kingdom, then you allow us to see through your memories with no hesitation. Isn't that right, Captain Gale? With then Gale getting even more and more nervous with seeing that of his fellow captains already seeing that he is definitely a traitor. Even Nozell and Flangolion basically telling him that his punishment should be by death due to capital offense for betraying his nation and home. With then sued, Asta couldn't help but say, so you really betrayed your country and nation? You damn bastard! How could you disrespect the very name of being a Magic Knight captain? Within, Geld couldn't help but get annoyed and even more, frantic, saying, This is a trap to frame me for something I did not do. I promise you, I'll prove my innocence. But first, I had to retreat as he opens up his grimoire. However, without even anybody even be able to blink, Izuku channeling that of 20% of One For All through his body. And without a single warning, he does that of a powerful upper head kick towards Gale's cheek, is then sending him flying upwards before anybody could even react, as even Gale couldn't help but feel completely unconscious before Izuku jumps up into the air before saying, "Miami Smash!" as it being a powerful axe kick down onto the former Purple Orca captain's head, slamming him to the ground, creating that of spiderweb crackings into it, with many of the captains, even that of Flangolion, completely and utterly caught off guard and shocked. But then ensued Izuku using that of Black Whip, alongside that, while also bringing out that of his Shadow Magic Grimoire, before then using that of both Black Whip and Shadow Magic to keep him pinned to the ground, and even grabbing that of his Grimoire too, with then soon Izuku saying, "Even though you can't hear me, somebody like you really does make me sick. All you've done is basically make excuses for yourself. Even with everybody knowing the truth, instead of being honest, you truly lie to everyone. You are nothing but scum of the earth. Not to mention all of the horrible things you've done to the people of the Clover Kingdom under the name of the Purple Orcas. You're no captain. Matter of fact, you don't even deserve to be a Magic Knight." As for a few of them, many of the captains couldn't help but be shocked and surprised, with even Rail couldn't help but have that of stars in his eyes. However, those who know Izuku, such as that of Yami, Flangolion, and even that of Asta, alongside that of Julius and Marx, couldn't help but be completely caught off guard by that of Izuku's anger and rage towards Gelv, as inside of the Vestige world, with then soon Nana speaking to that of Izuku saying, "Midoriya, you calm down. I understand how frustrated you are about this." With Izuku speaking to Nana saying, him betraying everybody. It's no different from back in our world of a pro hero abusing and manipulating his position to do whatever the hell he wants. Knowing the truth about him being a traitor is no different from basically just him abusing his position as a captain to hurt those who he swore to protect. He is a traitor, and a traitor deserves what he gets. If he at least felt guilty, or even that of bad for what he's done, to the point that he even regrets doing his actions, then maybe it would be different. But now, I don't even think he would ever change at all. But then, Yami couldn't help but basically puff a smoke out of his cigarette before saying, "Damn, kid, if this is how he basically sees traitors, I would hate to see what would happen if he faced against somebody that betrays the entire kingdom itself." But mention the way that he moved, I was thinking about teaching that of Asta how to use that of ki. But now that I think about it, maybe it'd be a good idea to teach him how to use ki as well. With then puffing another smoke out of his mouth from his cigarette before saying, "God, I gotta have a lot of things on my plate now." As now a fully restrained Geld is now about to have his memories being read by Marx. With then soon Rail moving over to that of Izuku saying, "Whoa, you're so cool." With then Izuku saying, sorry, I guess I overreacted. I shouldn't be acting like that in front of Captain," saying, "Dude, what was that? I saw you using that of Shadow Magic, but before that, you were basically zipping around like zoom zap." And with then soon Izuku couldn't help but scratch the back of his head before thinking, he's almost like that of a fanboy. Before saying, "Oh right, I should probably introduce myself. My name is Rail, captain of the Aqua Deer. It's a pleasure to meet you, Izuku Midoriya." Saying, "Pleasure to meet you, Izuku. God, it's so awesome. You gotta tell me about the stuff that you did." Saying, maybe another time, Captain Rail. Just call me Rail. I never got to meet anybody basically my own age." With then soon Izuku could up and say, "Okay then." With then soon Asta saying, "Hey, Izuku, you okay?" Saying, Oh, right. Yeah, I'm fine. Just within saying, honestly, I'm glad that you took him out. If I basically try to step in, who knows on basically what I would do with then soon. Rail saying, oh, and you are Asta. Asta as well. With then saying, nice to meet you too. Just call Captain Rail, just call me Rail. And I see that the both of you are from the Black Bulls, then saying, yeah, actually. And I don't think I would change anything about it. Well then, Asta saying, same here, as they soon begin to look through that of Gild's memories, showing all of the shady, twisted, and corrupt things he's been doing behind the scenes in the Clover Kingdom, with even making Izuku even more and more pissed that somebody like him gained power like that and abused it for his own twisted and greedy means. Even finding out that the Midnight Sun got into that of the kingdom because he basically knocked out that of a mage guard, and most likely the Eye of the Midnight Sun killed that guard right after kidnapping him too. All 4 magical relics. With this, soon, Julius saying, now knowing the fact that somebody like him that we entrusted with the duty of protecting our nation, our home, was a traitor, I expect you all to become diligent as well, that such deceit like this does not happen again, even if you had to go through your own squads to find out dissidents like him do not exist. Do I make myself clear? Well then, everybody giving off that of the Clover Kingdom's 3-finger salute to their chests, but then saying, sir. Within, even that of Izuku and Asta doing the same. Within, Izuku thinking, they came here for Captain Flageolion. The stone that he has as that of a family heirloom of that of the Vermilion family. It has some importance, especially since other stones were like that as well, especially during that tablet, since they were magic stones from the words of from Wizard King Julius. Especially that these are the stones that the Eye of the Midnight Sun have been trying to find for so long. If we can find those stones before they do, even having one of them could possibly put an end to their little plan. The only problem is, which Magic Knight squad will take up this job? As Izuku comes to this realization, little did he know, Julius already has the perfect Magic Knight squad employ for it. And that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please tell me what you guys think in the comments below. Love to read them. So, how'd you guys like this part? Sorry that this basically went on pretty long after all. I wanted to be completely accurate. Hell, I literally had to rewatch that of early episodes of Black Clover just to basically get this in all the scenes and personalities accurate. And since Izuku was able to save Flageolion from being, crippled and losing an arm after all, of course he would be part of the meeting too. So add his own personality and charm to that of the meeting, and you kind of got the disorderly mess that was that little meeting between that of the captains after all. So yeah. Also, you may be wondering why I didn't basically have that of Izuku take on that, already knock out that of the former captain of the Purple Orcas. Well, mainly because Izuku was always the kind of person to give at least a second chance, and is always willing to save those who really need to be saved. But Geld, on the other hand, the guy does not remorse about anything he done, and kept on making excuses and lying about everything. We see on what happened when Aoyama basically regrets everything he done for that of the League when being manipulated by All For One to protect, as he did it to protect both his parents, and was scared for their safety, even though his parents were the ones that were basically manipulated him, save their own skin, not the other way around. So of course, Izuku would give Aoyama a second chance. Somebody like Geld, on the other hand, not chance at all. He's no different from any other villain in Izuku's eyes. So yeah, any rate, if you guys like this, please like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell notification key to date my videos to upload the channel. Also, please check out my Discord, gaming channel, main other channel, side channel, Patreon, and Cash App. All link in description below. So, with all that said, this is Yamuki, signing out. Later, guys, and hope you all take care. Finish it off, Shiro.
Hi everyone, this is White Fox. If you liked Leon's video, click the video on the left to see the most recent one. And if you want to see more of this, click the subscribe button and notification bell and check out his playlists. If you still haven't subscribed, do so in the center. With that said, I hope to see you again on my love's channel. Bye!